All right, we are at the Goodwill bins today. It is later. It's like almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah, we had some other things to run to and lunch.
So we're gonna take you inside and see what we can resell for a profit.
We're here right for a bin switch out, but man, are they busy today. First book of the day. This is a Reader's Digest. Looks to be an older one. Edge of Glass is the first book on that, but love the cover. And right in the bin next to it, we got another older one.
First quilt of the day. Looks like it's kind of a fall theme, hand quilted. Definitely gonna grab this. Keep digging. They're about to let people go over there, but I'm gonna be shopping over here and wait for the crowds to die down. All right, they've released the Kraken. I'm gonna come over here and see if I find any quilts that they've just like thrown off. And then I'll start digging through these bins that I haven't been through yet.
All right, hopefully Jamie's finding good stuff. I'm on my third book. We've been here about 10 minutes. Henry IV, Part 1, Shakespeare. Mostly getting it because it's a cool yellow to look good in a vignette or stacked with other books in a case. All right, so I'm grabbing this. This is just kind of a small little hardback book, Tips from the Old Gardeners. It's not old, it's from 2005, but it's got some really great like common sense advice about how to take care of your garden, trees, compiled all in one place without having to search all over the internet. Here we go. We made it over to the bin with the old books in it, I think. I see 3 or 4 right off the top here. Is this a dictionary? Yep, old dictionary. It's missing its back and part of the front, but these are great for ephemera.
This looks like an older Mickey. Kind of coming apart, but that's cool. I'm gonna grab it. This is closed like an old sewing drawer. It's missing the detail around it, but I could put some IOD around that and paint this up super cute. I cannot believe how busy it is today. This is like twice as many people as you usually are. And usually when you come late, it's not this busy. It's crazy. I'm gonna come dig through these bins that nobody's really looking through. That's too many people for me. I get a little claustrophobic and then they start throwing elbows.
So I found a couple of these before, I think. I just really love the cover. They're kind of like pre-Reader's Digest, I think, condensed books. This is library edition. Heroes of Today. This is from 1930, originally copyrighted in 1916, but this printing is from 1930. Edgar A. Guest. I think this copyright is from 1940. Just a lot of his writings and, from 1944. But really cool looking book. I might try to wipe it off. It's a little dingy on the gold. Just found this bag and it's got a couple of cool little old, we'll say older biscuit cutters. I'm gonna take them because you don't gotta keep the bags together when you're at the bins.
How many people had this alarm clock? I swear my mom and dad had it. I went to my aunt's in Florida and she had it. This is like classic from my 80s childhood. I'm not in the book section, but Betty Crocker's Guide to Easier Entertaining, How to Have Guests and Enjoy Them. Looks like it's older, 1959. I always love these because some of the things they advise are kind of interesting. Life was a little different in the 50s. I'm gonna grab this. I think Zep's gonna be excited for it. Oh, this is cute. I think this would be really good sanded and then re-oiled, take the vinyl off of here. I like the shape on it. This is so cute. It's a pillowcase. The embroidery is really good. Looks like it's in good shape. Look how cute those dogs are. And I like the little pink edge on it.
All right, so I'm gonna just have to get this one. The Yankee Magazine Book of Forgotten Arts. You crack this thing open and it's basically like homesteading 101. Just all kinds of stuff. How to make a fire brick. Found this book by Carolyn Keene, The Hidden Staircase, a Nancy Drew mystery. the art in here, and also just this book looks like denim.
Shepherd.
So Jami found a little nativity here.
Look at Joseph.
You keeping the bowl too?
No, I just had to put it in something.
They're like dowel. Oh, look at baby Jesus. You got them all.
Yeah, and Mary's right here.
Nice. All right, no 1800s books today, but they are switching the bins out again, so we're going to stay one more time, see if we can get some more blankets.
This is a really pretty sheet. It's definitely percale. It's got the eyelet edge and some pretty yellow roses. This is a really cool pot. It's aluminum, aged, perfect for planting in. So I decided to let's calm down over here so I can now come really look through it. And look what I found. This is like a huge tablecloth that you could put over the end of a couch. I never find them in this good of a condition this big. Pretty excited. This looks like a pretty embroidered linen table scarf. No major stains or holes. How cute that little garden gate is.
Jami's phone died, so she's way on the other side without me, and you're not going to see all the fun quilts that she finds. All right, so far I see one quilt over there that I want. Nothing else yet, but they're going to bring out like 12 more bins. All right, so Jami got a couple of, looks like homemade pillow shams.
They're not homemade.
They're not?
I've had this before, but looks like they're king size maybe? I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
they're standard.
And then you found this one too, right?
Yeah, this one's like shabby chic. It's just a Euro sham, but it's super cute.
So I found two of these quilts. I've got one folded up in here. These are king size Pottery Barn. It's like the way they stitch. They're not handmade, mass produced, but they're really nice quality, heavy quilts.
Do people still collect precious moments? I think this doll just needs a bath. It still has the tag on her, a gentle cycle wash, and I think she would be so cute. This is a cute old box. I think somebody homemade this. It's got like the live edge. How cute these are. I want to glitter them for Christmas. This is Coach. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see.
So this is Coach. And it's got the serial number. Zeb says he can bring it back to life. It does have wear on the bottom. But even if we just sell it for like $20 or $30, if it's not perfect, I think people will want it. It even has like the original little keychain on it.
All right, we also found an Afghan in the mix. This is kind of like a fun plum pink. It's a tight stitch on there, or knit, whatever you call it.
I was digging through here and I found this really pretty apron. It does have stains, so I'm gonna have to use Grandma's stain remover, but it's worth a shot. It's really. I love these small like cream baby blankets. They're perfect for like blessings, baby christenings, baptisms, and they're just really simple. I love all the detail in this. It was really well made. I love making bread. This is from a James Beard IACP award-winning author, so you know that it's good. I actually really love the dust cover on it, but it's also just a really pretty classic brown book. Originally $30, so probably sell for somewhere in the $20 range. And it's in basically new condition, and it's probably got everything you ever wanted to know about making bread. This just looks like a vintage, probably homemade machine sewn curtain. It's got a little spot for a rod there, but it'd be so cute like in a little kitchen. I like the blue floral. This is the fitted sheet that matches that other sheet that I found. The elastic actually isn't completely shot, see? Probably wouldn't fit a super deep mattress, but it does match. So if somebody wanted it for a project, it would be good to have. So I'm gonna grab it. Not finding a ton of quilts today, but I love all the sheets I'm finding. This is a flat sheet. Looks like it's percale. It's got the cute little lace edge here or eyelet. They just don't make sheets like this anymore. It'd be great for a quilt too, or curtains. I think Zeb must have missed this. This is a Baptist hymnal, and it's probably from like the 50s. And it's got a lot of really great music in it. This is so good for like framing or for junk journaling or paper crafting. And it's got a lot of pages in it. So almost like, this is at 500. So that's a good one. I was just telling Zeb, you show up to the bins full of hope. You leave $76 less in your pocket. And now I'm sweaty and I need a bath. And it's just really hot in the summer in the bins. It's a lot more work in the summer.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you find the things you're looking for and sometimes you don't. The books were okay today, but they weren't as good as last week, you know? So you gotta come every week.
I found a lot of sheets, so I'm happy about that. And the Coach bag, I'm always excited when I can find Coach. Now the real test is, can we fit in the car with Monday's haul? If you guys haven't watched that video, go to the channel, check it out, because we found lots of great stuff on Monday.
We actually found this horse before we went to youth camp a week ago, and it's sold, but it's missing a couple pieces. We've got this dowel here that is only half a dowel, needs replaced. And then there's also a big crack, a split in the wood right there that we're gonna fix. And then we're gonna paint it all up, and I might even do a repair on this tail. A lot of times you'll find horses or something similar to this and it needs just a little bit of repair, but it's a really great piece otherwise. So we're gonna show you how to do a couple things on this and give it a really fun paint job. So first thing I did, this is a little 3/8 dowel. So we're gonna go ahead and get another one of those so we can fix that. And then I'm gonna get some air dry clay up in here and some glue, and then we'll carve this back out. Okay, just a little Type Bond 2 wood glue down in the cracks here. And I'm just gonna let it run down in. Wipe it off when we're done. And then I've got some Ironworker Designs air dry clay. You can pick this up at jamirayvintage.com. We use it for molds and for repairs. So I'm just pushing this down in. Once it's dry or slightly cured and starting to set up, I will come back and scrape that out of the main. Now I've just got a little screwdriver. I'm gonna scrape this out. It's kind of like carving. Someone's already done the hard work for me though. They've already shaped the main, so I just have to get this excess air dry clay out. So once we get this painted, this tail is pretty spindly. It looks like someone's played with this a lot or it got ripped or something. But we thrifted this cotton twine a while back, and I think we're gonna try to do something with this for that tail. Okay, so I sent Jami on a Home Depot run while I was doing some other stuff. I was busy editing and printing paper. She got me a 3/8 dowel so we can fix the horse here.
And they had an oak one, and then they had like a regular one, and I grabbed the regular one because it's like 40%, 50% cheaper.
Yeah, that's fine. Gonna start getting the tail going here. I'll drill that out. And then I think I can, do you want me, I think this unscrews so that we can paint it easier.
Oh yeah, that would be a lot easier.
Okay. All right, so we got the horse, the rolling horse detached from the rocker, but we also discovered another thing. It's got this big split. So I'm just gonna clamp it up, let that dry up, and we'll be good to go. This side's already missing, so we're gonna go in from this side and just drill it all the way through. Okay, so we got that all drilled out. Looks like we were drilling down the dowel, but that's okay, it's out. Now we can get this new one in, or just fill those holes and leave it out.
No, it doesn't. It needs a.
Okay, so about right.
It needs handles. And I went to Home Depot and spent $1.40 for this.
All right, so about right there is where we want to go.
Lately, I've been loving Provincial, the cottage color paint. So I'm gonna get started with this for a base coat on here. And then I'm thinking whitewash, maybe some gold wax, just really classy and French country. So we're almost done painting. Zeb's going to hot glue the dowel in so we can get that painted as well.
Just waiting on the hot glue gun to
It's precision.
heat up.
Painting the underside.
Second coat going on here. The Provincial's gonna be awesome base coat. What color did you want to do on the milk paint? Are we gonna do a milk paint wash on there, or what do you want to do with that?
I was thinking about just doing, maybe not a wash necessarily, but maybe just a coat of milk paint and then a wet distress back to the Provincial. I'm not like worried about 100% coverage. That's why I'm kind of haphazardly painting it, because I want to do lots of layers of things. So we'll do some milk paint next, see where we're at, and then go from there.
Jami's about got the second coat on there. I'm gonna mix up some milk paint in flour sack and just warm water in here. We're not gonna mix up a ton. It's not a huge project. And like Jami said, we're going for lots of layers, not necessarily full coverage with one layer. And we may even, when we wet distress, get back to some of that reddish color.
Yeah.
All right, so when you're mixing up milk paint, it comes in powder form. In that powder form, I've never had it go bad. As long as you're keeping it dry, it pretty much stays good for, I don't know, indefinitely. I don't know if it goes bad.
Just ingredients at that point.
But I'm gonna need a little more, but we just mix it up. You can usually go 1 to 1. I didn't measure out the water, so now I'm having to kind of work my way up to the consistency. You want it to be kind of like a melted milkshake coming off of whatever you're stirring with.
All right, I had to thin this out a little bit so that way it wouldn't cover completely. And I'm just gonna kind of haphazardly wash this on here. This is the underside anyways.
Looks like you can still see that repair a little bit. That's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna fuss over it too much. The finish is gonna lend itself to some age and wear.
It didn't all chip off, but we do have like some crackle and stuff. So I'm just gonna wet distress this with a damp rag and see if I can pull back to some of the original color. You kind of get it wet and you can see some of the original paint is coming in there. It's not really coming off very easy.
Sometimes you gotta let it get wet and then come back. Is that helping with it more wet?
Yeah, getting it more wet takes off more paint.
Okay, we're going on with a coat of clear wax on this. Just the DIY clear wax. It's nice and creamy, gets down in the cracks and creases really easy. And then after that, we're probably gonna do some gold wax on the details and this will be finished.
So I've just finished clear waxing it. She looks pretty good. She's got crackle. Do you see up close? Like the milk paint just does a crackle distress like nothing else. And I love it over the cottage color. It looks good. Except just adding the screws in. We'll touch them up with a little bit of white milk paint and then she'll be finished. So we're fitting in the tail that we drilled out because it was missing a bunch of it. We decided to use this old like yarn kind of cording. We thrifted it. I don't even know what you would call that.
Cotton twine?
Cotton twine.
Yeah.
It's gonna match really well with our distressed, shabby, chippy, crackly horse here. Look how good that crackle is though. Can we get a close up on the crackle? Really close. And then also down this back leg. Look at that crackle. Yummy. All right, so we put some glue in here and we're just going to reinsert this tail and then we're gonna fray it a little bit. Make sure you get that little above part in there.
Hold on.
Too much tail. To our repertoire that we can handcraft horsetails out of thrifted twine.
So should we fray it more or leave it like
No,
that?
I like it like that. I feel like it would be kind of a mess otherwise, so that's good. I feel like overall it's very neutral French country. It's got like layers and textures. It's good.
Do we want to add gold?
I'm gonna say no on the gold. I feel like that might be too much.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them and you gotta know when to fold them.
All right, another week of bins thrifting down. We love Goodwill bins. Even though this week I didn't find any like 1800s books, we still got some good books.
And lots of really fun quilts that I'm working on getting washed up. And we finished Cortrina's horse. How much did you thrift this for? It's like 10?
I thought you thrifted that.
Did I thrift this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. We got it at Goodwill last week.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get this shipped out to Cortrina. If you guys need to shop paint products, remember that cottage color underneath milk paint with some clear wax is gonna get you a really great finish. You can change up the colors for whatever your style is. Visit JamiRayVintage.com. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting for resale.